Alright, we're working on the takeaway, getting it to go straight back, keeping the club head to the outside of the hands. It's a little in, but not much. Pretty good. It was a lot better than what we started with. What's my preference? To keep the club head more on the shaft plane. More along that. A little more like that. But this is better. We're going to take a look at your pelvis to see where that's going. Good backswing. I like that club there. It's getting a little inside. Now this is, and I haven't really talked to you about this today, and I don't really want to talk too much about this, but you see how your pelvis is moving forward a little bit, early extension. That, if you can eliminate that, that'll also reduce that inside out swing. The more your pelvis works underneath you, right, it forces that club into a stuck position. So one of the drills I will have you doing at home, I call it sit and hit. I actually hit some balls sitting down, squatting. Let's try this one. This is better. Now again, this is not something I would say, oh yeah, you go to the course doing this, but I want you to feel like you're pushing your hips back as you're swinging through. So there's sort of a sitting motion, and this knee, or the right knee, wouldn't move toward the ball at all. It would move toward the left ankle. So essentially 45 degrees, your right knee would move on about a 45 degree angle toward the left ankle. Right. I'm not sure that's happening. Yours is going out. You can see there it's coming out a little bit. So that would be just something to work on. Again, I'm not telling you to think about that on the golf course. That's something I would practice. My goal is not to let that knee come forward. If you can eliminate forward thrust, then that's going to keep the club from getting behind you.
Maybe it might be an easier concept for me to think about pushing back.
Yeah.
Than my knee.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just something to practice, not something to really go to the course with. You've got plenty to think about when you set up the ball with an open shoulder and open stance and keeping the club head outside your hands. This is a lot to think about. So like you said, that's just something to work on. Now, if you could get the club head a little more outside your hands too, Burke, I think that generally good players mirror their backswing. So if you can keep the club a little more to the outside, your downswing will be a little more on plane and be less underneath.
Instead of here, I want a little bit more out here.
Yeah, we're going to practice that in a minute.